We now are joined by the Director of Corporate Communications at the Jamaica Public Service, Winsome Callum, with the latest from that sector. Winsome, thank you so much for joining us. Let's just get straight to it. What is the latest? How much percentage of your customers is now without power? What percentage, rather?
Most of our customers are now without power, Janella. This was a really challenging, very powerful hurricane. I thank God that it didn't go through the center of the island as had been originally predicted. Right now, as we speak, we have about 75% of our customers who are without electricity. Most of these customers who are without electricity are in the central and western parishes. We're talking about St. Elizabeth. At one point, St. Elizabeth was entirely, completely in darkness. We also have Trelawney and Westmoreland and St. James. Those are the four most badly impacted parishes that were without electricity, that have been without electricity. In some cases, the entire parish without electricity. The parishes of St. Thomas, Kingston and St. Andrew, Portmore and some sections of St. Catherine have been the least impacted. So while you have pockets of outages in these parishes, most of these areas are still with electricity, and we give God thanks for that. The grid actually did hold up. We really have to give kudos and commendations to the JPS team that fought valiantly to prevent a complete total grid shutdown. But right now we are looking at about 510,000, approximately 510,000 customers who are without electricity, and that's from a total of about 700,000 customers, just under 700,000. So most of our done damage assessment, that's going to take days and will begin only after we get the all clear from ODPEM and the Met Office. But right now what we're looking at is devastation. Most of the electricity grid is down. That's our transmission and distribution network in the central and western end of the island, and from the preliminary look of things, it's going to be a total rebuild. It's going to be a total rebuild.
But this time around, Winsome, as opposed to what happened during Hurricane Beryl, you have help. You have help. You have crews from other countries that have come to assist the JPS in its recovery process. How is that likely to I don't want to say fast track the process, but I think you get where I'm going.
Yes, and I believe that decision to bring in these line workers ahead of the hurricane was a game changer. Last year, you will recall, during that hurricane season, we brought in persons after the event and after damage assessment. But because we did not want to be in that position, what we wanted for our customers was quick restoration as quickly and as safely as possible. And so earlier this year, we entered into partnerships, contracts, formal contracts with companies in North America, and over the past few days ahead of the hurricane, we brought in over 70 workers from Canada, from the US, and from St. Vincent. So we have persons from the Caribbean as well as North America here on the ground to assist us. And we have over 400 local contractors who are skilled in different areas, along with JPS employees. So our teams have already been deployed. Right now we have teams on the ground where in the parishes that I mentioned with the least damage, we are working to address situations that could be dangerous. For example, there was a pole across the road close to Arthur Wint Drive. On Arthur Wint Drive, we were able to fix that. So there are situations that require response. So as long as it is safe to do so, we will be responding. But the full response to the devastation that we're seeing in central and western Jamaica, that full response will begin only after damage assessment. And our teams are on the ground. We have boots on the ground, and they are being deployed in the different parishes. So we expect this time around to have faster restoration. We will complete damage assessment more quickly, and we will start the restoration much more quickly.
Okay, so Winsome, before we go, if you can provide us with the details on how persons who may want to report something, where can they do it and how can they do it?
Right now, the truth is that we are aware of where the outages are in the parishes that are devastated in terms of the electricity grid being down. In Kingston and St. Andrews, St. Thomas, and sections of St. Catherine, where the damage is not as extensive, we are still trying to respond to those reports, and those reports can be made through our call center. And that's our 24-hour call center that you can get to by calling 888-225-5577 or 888-CALL-JPS. Send in your reports using the JPS mobile app. That's my JPS mobile app. And you can also make reports using our online channels. That's at myjpsonline.com. MyJPS Online. There is also a facility on our website, again, jpsgo.com. What we want you to do, though, is to follow the JPS pages and the JPS WhatsApp channel for regular updates. We will be providing regular updates, and we will make sure that we keep you abreast of how we're proceeding, where we're working over the next few days after we get the damage assessment done. You can check in for regular updates on our channels, and of course, we'll be using the media, and we really embrace opportunities like this, Janella, to tell our customers what we're up to and what's happening with JPS and their service.
Thank you so much, Winsome. And of course, we will continue to monitor the situation with the restoration of service for the thousands of Jamaicans who are now without power. Thank you so much.